Hair is nature's biggest compliment. I've spent my life confined to a chair, and now I want to stand behind one, beside one, doing every second of what I love. If I end up dying young, I want to have accomplished something that lives longer and more full than my life could hold out to bring, and not just for a while, but endlessly and iconically. A lot like Vidal. He had to just be the person who was obsessed with it, a lot like me, especially since I have Asperger's. And people with Asperger's, when they're obsessed about something, they're really obsessed. You can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't do anything else until you've accomplished whatever it is you're trying to do, because you are so passionate, you're not going to abandon anything. I feel the best way someone can use their scholarship is to pay it forward, and I feel like I'm capable of doing that because after school I would like to take some courses on how to help people with special needs, and I feel like incorporating those two things, I could give haircuts for free to them because they're usually not very calm in a chair, as I have Asperger's, and I remember my first haircut was a tragedy. I was terrified the whole time. I was screaming, I was flailing around, and it was not fun for the person in the chair, but I feel everyone deserves a good chance at a good haircut, and I feel like I could help them stay calm enough to have that happen. As I start school, I want to learn my professional boundaries so I know at the precise point that I can break them as an artist. Apprenticeships are a lost art, and Vidal got a free apprenticeship for just being polite. We're not all that lucky.
I watched the lady cut my hair, and she was explaining to me exactly how she cut it, and I was like so intrigued. And as she told me how she cut my bangs and why they fell the way they did, I started thinking about all this physics that goes into hair, and by the end of my haircut, I was mapping out every section of hair she would cut and snip, and I would just know where it was going to fall. And from then on, I was mapping out haircuts in my head, trying to figure them out, and just being completely obsessed with them. But that's probably because I have Asperger's.
There's been doubt for me in the past. Many things pointed to other opportunities, but in the end, more things tell me that this is where I belong. More and more each day, I realize that my place is here, and there's no denying myself happiness anymore. As I do have Asperger's, my plan was to drop out of high school, become a Marine, and I'd be lucky to even get into that program because people with Asperger's can't hold down jobs. But as I'm realizing, I'm breaking more rules of Asperger's than I've ever seen, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to run with that. What I believe made Vidal Sassoon so successful is that he created without a specific culture in mind. It was for anyone without a cultured set style. It had no boundaries. His style stays, and I don't think it'll ever dull. We are timeless again, and with timeless limits, we have less boundaries. With less boundaries, we bring more options, and especially into every culture. Everything he created is iconic and never fading, and I've hardly ever seen it improved. It's already basically at its best, and I hope everyone kind of leaves it that way